Welcome to Philosophical Words. As our introductory, if government does it, they disguise it as it is for your protection. When individuals do the same thing, they disguise it. It's not me, it's the corporations. Or in another way, they disguise it, it's corporate profits. To put it simply, we as a society, including you listening to this, celebrate artistic villainy. Without any further ado, let's get to today's philosophical word. Today's philosophical word is anti realism. What is anti realism or anti realistic? This is a philosophical position that oppresses realism, and it is characterized by the belief that reality is hypocritical and that the human mind can only access social construct interpretation of reality. Is this true? Anti-realism is saying that the human mind can only access or interpret society as a social construct interpretation. In many ways, I do agree with that statement. And let me make my points. Most of us only see reality from a perspective that we grew up in, or from the society, or the society that we are confined in, that we grew up in. So, if that is how most of us see reality, our construct of reality is only seen through those measures. So, if somebody that is different from us, that has had the same construct from a different background, their interpretation of reality is completely different from yours, which you can either welcome or you can see it as a challenge to your own viewpoint. And this is where society is at this point. We, as a society, in our own confined constructs, see somebody else's perspective as a challenge to our own viewpoint. And it is okay to have a challenge to your own viewpoint. Where things tend to break down is things break down when you think your viewpoint is better or is the right viewpoint compared to somebody else's viewpoint. And again, this is where society is currently, as we see, breaking down. There is this quote that says, online dating, I would always repeat this, by the way. Online dating gives you so many options that men and women break it down, everything into one thing. Instead of somebody's character, their job, how much they make, or everything, as much as you think you're looking at somebody's character or characteristics, your ape, yes, your ape mind, yes, I'll repeat that again. Your ape mind only looks at physical characteristics. Are they good looking? Yes, okay, let me click to the left or click to the right. That is it. And that is pretty much what anti realism is. Because there are so many viewpoints that you have to meet, and because you feel threatened, or your viewpoints feel threatened, instead of adapting and adjusting and accepting some of those viewpoints, you go to an anti-realism, a social perspective that you grew up in. Now you feel challenged, which makes you or your viewpoint wants to dominate the other viewpoint. You would either look down on those viewpoints or you dive deeper into your viewpoint to show how right you are. But where is the future going? Who knows? What do we know is anti-realism is going to play a big role in the future because media companies have to sell you something. Every hour there is a breaking news, and there is never a breaking news that says, breaking news, what? Nothing happened. That's the breaking news. There's always a breaking news of something happening. Well, thank you for joining us today in Philosophical Words. We will see you in the next episode. And again, if your viewpoint is being challenged, don't be anti-realistic and be confined to your own social constructs. Just look at it as instead of just look at it as this. Instead of as an ape mind, instead of looking at physical characteristics, just look at it as, let me give it a chance, or let me give it a try. Thank you. See you in the next episode.